Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to Rage Across New York. In this particular scene on the Sept of the Green, Havaka has called for any who are willing to listen to meet him in a open part of the Sept to demonstrate some particular cultural things that that he wishes to share amongst the Sept. There are a few kin that are more than likely a bit mildly interested, if not just simply bored, that taken to the call. But it seems that he's seen few of his fellow Garu take the call as well.
Yeah, the newest cub in the city, in the Sept, is making his way. He's still kind of looking around. There's probably like still a few people he hasn't seen before, so he looks at people and yeah, makes his way.
The underdog's there as well. He is looking around and like he knows Havika, and he kind of goes over Havika, punches him in the shoulder, and says, "Congratulations."
Thanks, underdog. As he kind of rubs his shoulder a bit.
So you could now you gonna you gonna be okay about everything?
For now, at least, we still have that one particular duty that we need to try to make sure we follow through on. But other than that, it hasn't been too much.
Gotcha.
Have you heard anything more about it? Like, I haven't seen anything happen. I haven't seen anybody new around the stuff outside of our new cub.
Wait, there's a new cub.
Yeah, and he will point over to Dorian and said, "He's completely green.
What do you mean completely green?
Apparently, he said he had his first change recently, and like Carl, he had no idea of about the nation and excuse me, Garo society.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
I've heard that not every Garu is still is watched as intently as compared to others. So
I mean, I'm not like I wasn't like that as well. Don't worry. So yeah, like I literally was not like that. Yeah.
Havaka kind of shrugs his shoulders. I was always told about Garo since I was born, so I wouldn't really know.
Cool.
Yeah. Hi. Wait. I was told. Hello, Raya.
Hi.
I'm Dorian. Dorian Atkins.
Cool. I am underdog.
Kill Blink. And no. Oh, well, that's one of those title things, right?
Yeah, Havaka nods.
Yeah, my title is the underdog. You don't like it?
I mean, it's a title. I mean, that's no. I think it's kind of cool, actually.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thinking upon, I guess, those previous statements, Havaka will state, actually, I don't think I gave you my title. It's I'm I'm new when it comes to being at this rank and having a title, but I guess it wouldn't be correct to me not to introduce myself properly. Uh, and he will kind of straighten up and say, I am Havaka Grant, brother's judgment. Said, child of Athena, I said, Philodox to the nation. That's typically how you'll introduce yourself.
So, and he'll think, let me get everything. Dorian Atkins, Stargazer, I think. Yes, Stargazer, Arun, and God of the Nation?
I mean, you're not a stargazer, though.
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're a stargazer. You're a stargazer stock.
And Havika will nod. You can have the heritage of whatever tribe you hail from, but unless the tribe accepts you in, it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, right now you're like I don't want to say nobody, but
He's
like your grandparents are gonna make you feel like you're nobody.
Okay.
Sorry.
They have to do that. Cubs can get a big head just because they come from somebody, and that can be an ill way to prepare for the real world.
I mean, why would you think you're somebody because of your parents? That doesn't show who you are.
I guess you haven't spoke to Silverfang before.
I mean, yeah, the names carry power in the Garu Nation, so you can say that, but
Yeah,
some
but that's still,
stargazer king's son can come to you and be like, "Yo, fuck you, I'm this king's son," and you kind of like suck his dick. You kind of suck his dick, not literally, but you know, may have to be a little bitch about it that he has a bigger heritage than you have.
kind of bullshit.
But they do have still points of respect. That's the problem. Or
That may be
that's how things
bullshit,
work.
but if they beat you, it's gonna be truth because it's kind of how this shit works.
No offense, but this is some weird ass society.
It's
I mean,
really
welcome.
old. It's
I mean, if you continue like this, it's gonna be hard for you. If I were you, I would have expected what the fuck we have.
he's barely a week old at this point. This will take time.
Okay, then he kind of looks at you and says, "Yeah, just don't like be a rebel. Don't accept things.
Don't accept things.
Yeah, because Havika says you're 1 week old, so you can accept things. You have a right to not accept things."
And he'll nod. Oh, because I won't be able to later.
No, what I'm saying is, if you accept things already, like you're the truth, you are not gonna have a lot of problems in the future. So just accept the things as they are because guess what? It sucks.
I mean, I've been sleeping in a hole in the ground for a week.
Havika
That's not that
nods,
bad.
or no, yeah, just shrugs, and kind of look over to Underdog because they probably both have the similar sentiment that sleeping on the ground's not that big of a deal as long as you have proper shelter.
Yeah, it's like that's not big of a deal, dude.
I mean,
The problem
it's
is when they
warmer
piss
than.
on you. When they piss on you, that's the problem.
Oh, yeah, you know that's bad. But I mean, a hole in the ground. At least it's warmer than under a bridge.
Well, we have the luxury of modern technology, so you can just sleep in a tent.
And he'll nod.
And he'll look over the Underdog, and we'll kind of state, kind of focusing back to Dorian. I wasn't raised in a typical city or even a town. I was raised in villages, so we're used to sleeping on the ground or in huts. But outside of those kind of basic things, He'll also look over to Underdog and say, "He's a full moon like you."
No shit, is he? You are a.
A rune, I think the term is. Yes, a rune.
Oh, thank you for telling me. But yeah, good luck. It's hard to be in a room controlling all that rage.
Yeah, apparently. Do we always have to feel that angry? Or do we always feel that angry?
Yes, we do. So you know what you are as in a rune?
Warriors. I mean, we're all warriors, but we're like the front line, I guess.
We are the generals of the nation. It depends on what kind of what tribe you're in and what they say. But basically, you are the dude who kind of does the fighting most of the time.
Okay. Well, good thing I know how to fight. Probably not as good as werewolves, but still.
Yeah, that's helpful. Knowing how to fight is always good for in a rune.
So you both grew up knowing about all this werewolf
No.
stuff?
I was like, no, I didn't know. I literally had no idea.
Oh. So you're like me and the other cub.
Yeah, but the other cub's weird.
He is kind of strange.
Habakkuk, like, is he always very bloodthirsty?
Oh, that depends. And he'll think about that for a moment. I know Carl can be rather loud sometimes, but I never felt that he was overly bloodthirsty.
Yeah, he was kind of was in the situation. And he's like, "Oh, can I kill these people?" I'm like, no, stop. You're in a city. It was
That-
weird.
That's
He'll-
fucking weird.
Yeah, that he'll actually look really a little concerned about when hearing that from Underdog.
Like we were like me, Jacob Raya, and we were like scouting this place, and there was a security guard. Okay, and like this security guy was a shitty fucking security guard, and like we could have just go behind him, grapple him, make him incapacitated, and then like fucking leave him. That's what I said. And then he was like, "Why don't we just kill him?" I'm like, "We don't need to. God damn it!"
Yeah, that he'll look really strange about because he'll state just kind of openly like Carl is a city person. I wouldn't think he would want to do that.
I mean, I thought like that kind of logic sounds like he's a fucking lupus though. Maybe he's a Raggy Bash lupus who's saying like, "Yo, fam, I'm Muhammad."
Oh, I've never heard of a lupus lying about being a lupus.
I don't know. We don't know about the Borndar lupus. Our fams are the best.
He is one of the trickster kind. So maybe he could be like tricking
It's a
us.
stupid trick though.
There's also a trick that if another lupus would find out, they may be upset about.
Yeah, it can be like it can go into a bad juju.
He will ask, the story kind of brought it up. He says, "You know how to fight, right? So I'm curious why you even know how. I wouldn't think you really need to unless you did something. I don't know." And then he kind of thinks about it furthermore. Like, okay, actually, I don't know.
Let's just say that I can't stand people seeing people being bullied, so I fight back. And if bullies
Good
fight back, so
luck.
you have to learn how to fight if you don't want get the shit kicked out of you.
You will have a very nice life in the Gaur Nation.
Should we? Well, I guess everyone has bullies. Fuck.
Yeah, it does. It's the world. The world is a weird place.
I mean, I did take a trumpet and hit a dude's face once at school. Got expelled for that.
Cool.
But he was hitting my friend. I wasn't going to take that shit. So I guess that's going to be a problem here too, huh?
That depends on who you hit.
Yeah, that kind of depends on who. If you hit me, yeah, it's a fucking problem because I will kick your ass. But if you hit, an elder, it's going to be a much bigger fucking problem.
I guess the big rule of thumb is best to hit people only on your ladder. Hitting higher is a bad idea. Not unless you have a really good reason for it.
I tried not to, but I don't know how I'll be able to hold myself with that anger.
That's something you have to learn as an Arun.
Yeah, a rune who loses his shit is a better rune. Like, they lose their shit all the time.
So we're
just
all
don't-
better runes?
No, it's like, just don't lose your shit because, like, they're not going to be like, oh, this guy's in a rune, he loses shit all the time. No, they're going to be like, you're fucking stupid to lose your shit. But the runes lose their shit all the time, so, kind of weird, but it's not society's problem if you're angry. Society's like, get good. And you kind of have to be like, oh, I should get good.
So I guess I'll try to get good.
Yeah, you should. It's hard not to.
So how do we get good at not getting angry all the time and losing our shit?
Basically, by getting angry and trying to keep your shit together.
So wait, what? We
Yeah,
have to
you
get
heard me.
angry so that we don't get angry?
Yeah, like how else are you gonna be ready for when you lose your shit?
So wait, are you telling me to do a Hulk and be angry all the time?
No.
I mean, what you're saying is real fucking confusing.
What I'm saying, Cub, is that you kind of need to get angry to understand what happens when you get angry.
Oh, I know what happens. I've seen what happens when I get angry.
What happens when you get angry?
People die.
Where do
Innocent
people die?
Innocent people.
Innocent people die every day. Sadly, that's not a thing you can stop.
Yeah, it'd be better if I didn't kill them myself.
Yeah, but get used to it. You may have to do it in the future.
I have to get used to killing innocent people.
Yeah, maybe.
Good idea. Hopefully, God forbid, that won't have to happen.
But if it happens, it happens. What you gonna do about it? It's like you gonna.
I mean, they're innocent. Why do they have to die?
What happens when someone learns you're a werewolf?
Okay. I mean,
And this is a warning.
I'm not like
sometimes people die.
Okay. I'm not going to go around telling people I'm a wolf, but
That's typically not the problem. Problem is that people work with all types of entities that they don't know about, but we do. And that technically, even if they are completely ignorant about it, makes them accomplice. If they were to find out, that would be piercing the veil. And unless you have some way to make them not remember you, possibly through delirium or maybe through a gift, We have to make sure that they don't know.
Delirium. Oh yes, the dead bad stuff about delirium. It's that stuff that makes people forget.
Doesn't always work though.
It doesn't always work. He's right.
How come?
Some humans out there are pretty resilient to fear like that.
Yep.
And also, depending on what you find out there, it might have been a vampire. They don't get affected by delirium. Well,
I just gotta jump out. See you guys there and have fun, okay, guys?
Mhm.
Bye bye.
Okay. So
Yeah. Sometimes they're a vampire. Sometimes they're one of the spirit channelers. Or they're,
spirit channels.
I guess, the most common term for people is being a mage. But
Wait, like Harry Potter and shit?
something like that, I guess. I don't know what Harry Potter is.
Wait, you don't know what Harry Potter? Oh yes, of course. Yeah, you grew up in a village. Okay, it's the movies, well, books that were turned into movies about a kid who finds out he's a wizard, which I guess is a mage, kind of.
No, then he would be a mage. Then, like, if we're referring to wizards like Merlin and such, then yeah, that's a mage.
I mean, Merlin is apparently mentioned in the books.
Yeah, so. I don't know how real Merlin is in reality because I don't know anything about that kind of magic, or at least not ways of using magic. I know that there are people that have seen shamans do it on the islands. I've seen spirit channelers back in Europe. There are powers out there that don't involve spirits that can affect the world greatly.
So other supernaturals don't feel the delirium.
No, they don't.
Okay. So I guess we have to be careful then.
And he nods to that. So we always have to be. We're the main line of defense to make sure the world doesn't go completely down the tube.
And he'll nod. Yeah, the dead mother told me that our whole society and my world now, our world is going pretty much resembles a bad, well, at least maybe not bad, but a kind of a 90s sci-fi flick.
The world is a broken and corrupted version of what I originally wanted it to be. And it's hard to deal with.
How do we know what Gaia wanted it to be?
We have stories. And we have stories from other Garu and spirits.
Okay. Still have to. Well, the dead parents haven't had time to show me that whole spirit world thing yet.
Yeah. So you'll learn soon. But I guess since I gathered as he looks around and sees some of the kinfolk, since you kind of got on to that little side thing, I guess I'll get to what originally I was going to do. I wanted to demonstrate a particular dance that we did on the island.
A dance. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I guess I don't have anything to do right now, so yeah, I'll learn.
He he will begin Though there is no music in the background, he'll begin kind of tapping his foot to get a beat, and then he will begin going to the motions of a that's another a lula kahiku.
He'll try and do the whole dancing, copying him.
You can if you want, but this is more of just of a demonstration at this point because there's nothing. Say it would take time to actually teach him the moves at this point, but he's more just trying to show off the dance to the people on the set that are going to watch.
Yeah, but he'll try and learn it. But
All right, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's only two successes with that one. So he goes on the dance with no two big problems, and it lasts for nearly 5 minutes. It goes for quite some time, but when he finally finishes, you can definitely see the beads of sweat off of his face, and him breathing not too heavily, but it is noticeable. And he'll begin to sit, and look over to the crowd and see kind of their reactions to what he did.
Dorian is smiling, and he'll try to do it himself. So it's Dex performance, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess essentially just try to copy what he just all he did. Difficulty 8.
Okay. Which is probably 9 because he doesn't have performance.
Yeah,
Wait.
I guess it would be 9.
Oh wait, do talents have a difficulty change? Is it talents that don't, or is it skills that don't have a difficulty change?
No, it's knowledges. You can't roll at all. Then everything else goes up by difficulty of 1.
Okay. No, 40. Damn! He actually gets 3 successes.
Launching that, Havaka will look very surprised, as he seems to be able to emulate the dance relatively well for just seeing it. And he'll say that. So I guess you have a talent for it.
I guess I do.
But as Dorian finishes the dance, Havaka will ask him, "So what did you do before you had your change?"
Lived in the streets for a little bit. Had a house, but I ran away. Let's just leave it at that for now. I don't know how to. I feel like bringing why I ran away. I feel like bringing what happened might get me pissed off.
No, that's right. Just nothing really you have to go into right now.
But yeah, just live in the streets. Try to right any wrongs I saw, which is kind of, well, I'm not sure I could do anything. I don't like injustice.
Havaka nods, very much in an agreement. There's a lot out there. So.
Yeah, and you can't always trust the justice system to take care of it, unfortunately.
With that, he'll say that it may be true, but there is a difference between getting proper justice and vengeance.
Is there?
Yes, there is. And he'll look, and his expression on his face will darken a little bit. And it's not necessarily like in like anger or anything. It's more in more
Grim.
a little bit of it's more grim. But after a moment, he'll kind of regain his composure, and he'll simply state, so "Eventually, you will learn, but it will take time."
He'll nod.
And I only hope that you learn quickly to steel yourself, which you're going to see.
I'll do my best, I guess.
And he'll nod to that, though he'll state, "You're gonna have to do more than your best. There are things out there that are," and he hesitates for a moment, "that we'll never be able to unsee."
How does one do more than their best?
By exceeding it.
But we exceed our best by doing our best.
That's it. And he nods to that.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
I don't know if I have the best way of explaining it, but maybe at another time I can think of better words.
And he'll nod.
And he will kind of look out toward the cityscape for a moment, and he will stand and say, "Well, if you need any further assistance, make sure to call on me, all right?"
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
And he mildly kind of bows in your direction and will begin walking past the barrier that's up into the city. And with that, thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Have a good morning, evening, or afternoon.